Hey guys, coming at you with an art challenge video. It's been ages since I uploaded as usual, but these last few months I've been focusing on a lot of non-video related art projects and commissions. Looking forward to getting those done. So actually, the very kind peeps over at GAOMON contacted me and asked if I'd be willing to review their M106KPRO Tablet. I was like, sure. Plus, I've been meaning to do the 20 Styles art challenge because honestly it looked really fun. Everything you see here has been drawn with the GAOMON M106KPRO Tablet. I'll have a very nice, short review in the middle of the video, so we'll see it then. I apologize in advance for my voice. Oh, here we go. Sorry. I got sick with a bad sore throat and fever for the last 1.5 weeks. Did the swab and everything, so we know it's not COVID. I just take a very long time to recover, sadly. Yeah. Anyway, starting off this video, here's finishing up my own style, and we'll head right on to the next one. I already have an MLPOC, Sky Digit, but I'd never seen her in the movie style before, so that was what I was trying to get at. I actually use a display tablet normally, so I'll have to admit it took a while for me to get used to looking at the monitor screen and drawing again. But yeah, it's been way too long, and I think you'll notice that I eventually get used to it as the video goes by. Of course, we have to do Pokemon, but I decided on going with the Sun and Moon style since it was a huge shift from the classic style they'd always been using for years. Plus, I just really enjoyed the Sun and Moon series. I'm still waiting for Kiawe merch. Like, oh, precious baby, I love him so much. But yes, in the end I kinda liked it. It was kinda weird, but I don't know, what do y'all think? Digimon Frontier was my absolute favorite generation growing up. I've attempted drawing Takuya and his friends before as a wee lass, but every time I'd mess it up somehow, and they'd look like an abomination. Thankfully, I think I've gotten better at noticing what stood out and made the style, stand out, and make it look recognizable. They had super blocky heads and tall, thin eyes, relatively similar to the classic Pokemon style, and I guess many of the anime in the 90s and early 2000s. Boku no Hero was one of the recent animes I'd bothered to watch. Contrary to my art style, I actually don't watch that much anime anymore. Whenever I go onto Netflix, the first thing I go for would be horror movies. That's it. Then maybe animated movies, like from DreamWorks, etc. I guess I got a little tired of waiting for seasonal releases, but mostly just how tiring and toxic some fan bases can be. Speaking generally, of course. Anyway, I've been loving BNHA so far, and it's no secret, but my favorite has got to be Tokoyami. Disney. I'm from Singapore, so I'm Asian. Thus, I decided to derive Ren's Disney style from a mixture of mainly Mulan and a bit of Kim Possible. It was surprisingly more simple than I expected it to be. They use almost no shading at all for the traditionally animated movies, but it's still really pretty and simplistic. If you grew up watching 2D animated Disney movies, it's highly likely you've come across Don Bluth's Anastasia, produced by 20th Century Studios and Fox Animation. It's my absolute favorite 2D animated movie of all time, surpassing any Disney films. I did not do any justice to this style whatsoever. I think it was horrible. I think it ended up like really badly, and Ren in this style just fell deep into the uncanny valley territory. Like, I ended up changing and touching up her creepy grin later. Whew, but honestly, nope. Smile lines, man, smile lines. Oof. Ouran High School Host Club falls easily into my top list of favorite anime. Oh gosh, I'm sounding like one of those top list people. No! Okay, wait, anyway. I'm pretty sure I've watched it at least 8 times. That's just how much I love it. Still waiting for season 2. Hint hint, Bones Animation Studio. Ren was kind of successful in all the iterations of the anime styles. I guess because it's just workable for her sort of kemono mimi design. Like her wolf ears and stuff like that. So she also was designed in a way that just makes her look very gender fluid, so it's really easy to adapt her into the various genres of anime. Any horror-loving fan would fall in love with the manga works of Junji Ito. I keep wanting more. I read through his manga so quickly because they're just so intriguing. You never really know what to expect next, and the visuals are always very terrifyingly memorable. I really liked how Ren turned out in this style. She doesn't really have any horror-esque traits to her design, but Junji's style is more than enough to make it stand out. But hold up, let's take a look at the GAOMON M106KPRO Tablet, shall we? Don't mind my chipped off nail polish, I get very lazy when it comes to that. So, I was very impressed with the packaging and how sleek it looked even in the box. Hardly bulky at all, and the weight wasn't heavy either. My voice is cracking. This tablet has a battery-free pen, so you don't have to worry about it ever running out of juice. The presentation was nice and overall it felt really neat. It includes accessories like a bag you could keep your tablet in when on the go, as well as a nifty glove that you can wear while using it. It also had a pouch for your pen, as well as another pouch for spare nibs if you ever needed to change it. Now, the special thing about this tablet is that it's Android compatible, so whip out your phones, kiddos, it's time to draw wherever you go. It comes with a micro USB and USB-C type adapter for Android phones. Note that currently it's compatible with Mac OS 10.12 or above, but can't work with iOS. Also do take note that drawing on your phone only uses half of the tablet's drawing surface, and you can only draw on your phone in portrait mode because of this. It has a 60-degree tilt function on its pen, and 12 customizable buttons as well as soft hotkeys at the very top. Feel free to visit their site to learn more about the technical aspects of the device, because now I'd like to give you guys my first impressions on its usage. For a relatively affordable product, it was actually very impressive. I expected the pressure sensitivity to either be over or under sensitive, but it was in fact very good. The strokes were incredibly smooth, and to be honest, I was very surprised and pleased. At the moment, I use a tablet with a screen display, and I don't think I'll be changing anytime soon, but I'd be happy to recommend this tablet for artists out there. Also, I might just have it as my backup if anything went wrong with my current tablet. So yeah, I think it's a pretty fair and good tablet for the price, and the customer service people have been super friendly and very accommodating to my queries. So, let's head back to the art challenge, shall we? Can't do one of these challenges without Ghibli, am I right? One of my favorite styles in this challenge, the face style of Ghibli is iconic and very recognizable to many. There have been a ton of characters from talking pigs to old grandmothers, and Ren looks right at home here in this universe. Trolls! Even though the franchise is heavily targeted at kids, I really love the movies and even the animated series over on Netflix. This one's based on the latter. The universe is just so happy, and whenever I watch it, I feel my stress just melt away. Also, the movies have been directed pretty well. It's obvious how much thought was put into the environment design with all the little textures and colors. The songs are also fantastic, and I only hope there'll be more troll stuff out for people to enjoy. I've been wanting to get just one brand merch, but so far the merch hasn't really impressed me yet. Loving the animations though. The Teen Titans 2003 TV series was my jam. I'd wake up in the morning for it, and if you know me, I don't like waking up before noon as a kid. This series' art direction was pretty inspired by anime, I'd say. Honestly, Warner Brothers Animation has been one of my most respected studios to date. Their 2D animation has been so solid, and the DC series that they produce are some of the best. I can't say the same for Teen Titans Go, but I'm a huge fan of this Teen Titans, as well as many others like Young Justice and Static Shock, to name a few. I drew a little dove Beast Boy on Ren's shoulder as a cameo of my Soapy baby, who, by the way, you can follow over on his Instagram. I'm a crazy bird person, and I'm proud of it. So I discovered Studio Killers only about 4 years ago. I really love their songs and the music videos that come with it. Surprisingly so, because this usually isn't the type of style I go crazy about. But every character they come up with just looks really interesting, and they really do carry their own personalities with each design. It made me experiment a bit with Ren as well, but I decided to keep her iconic black and blue hair and clothes combination. What do y'all think? Also, my voice is cracking up again. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I thought to myself, geez, I'm doing a fantastic job. I haven't screwed up anything yet with the recordings. But nah. Such is fate. I forgot to record this whole drawing, and I was super bummed about it because, I went through a process. This was, I wouldn't say it's realistic, but it's kind of close. It has a very serious tone, you know? So I was so bummed about it, but, oh well, do please hear what I have to say and enjoy these sad doodles. So y'alls, I can't stress this enough. This anime is so underrated. I only wish it received even more recognition because it's so darn good. It's up there with Ouran in my list, and I would definitely recommend giving it a watch. Monster is an amazing, gritty, psychological thriller anime that really tries to pick your brain as you try and figure out who's truly the murderer. Now, I had a bit of concern because Ren's design isn't the most serious looking thing, and this was a serious anime, like, oof, damn, so serious. So I adapted to it by picking more dull colors and also giving her a more Asian look to it. Because, well, a lot of the characters in this show are German, so yeah. Good thing is our main character is Japanese, so that served as a reference. I also noted on our female lead softer features to round Ren out. Inuyasha was one of the first anime I watched as a child. Pokemon and Digimon were great, but Inuyasha wasn't so targeted to kids as those were. Again, we see the very angular face styles that thrived among the anime and manga scene from that era. I decided to make Ren's ears slightly bigger than Inuyasha's since he had dog ears, and I wanted to make her ears look more wolfy. I also noticed that on the dark-haired characters, there was a particular way the animators shaded hair, where you only see the true color on like the edges, and in the center you mostly see black to really dark shades of the original hair color. 'Twas interesting. The Tales of series is my absolute favorite gaming series / franchise. I try to get my hands on at least one of each game, even if I didn't have the console to play it with. I reference Symphonia since that was the first game I came across from them. RPGs were my favorite sorts of games. I couldn't introvert. Those games did not really appeal to me very much anyways. But to each their own. I mean, I know lots of introverts who love MMORPGs, just saying, like, I don't want to deal with people. So yeah. The Tales of series were chock full of solid storyline, which I took my time to fully immerse myself in. The art style was pretty, and the characters had so much variation between them. And like most of the anime styles here, Ren just easily adapted to it. Adventure Time was a show I enjoyed, but only partially because I was unable to keep up with the series. I heard it ended really well though, so perhaps one day I'll return to finish it up. I especially looked the most forward to those filler episodes with Fiona and Cake. Marshall and Gumball were fun as heck. Oh yeah. Sigh. This is the second and final recording that I messed up. But, thankfully, I guess I caught it before I went into the shading stage, so at least y'all get to see that. Yay! I feel like one look at any of the Kyoto animation style shows, and you know which animation studio the anime belongs to. KyoAni made anime like Free, which I was honestly crazy about, K-On!, Violet Evergarden, and the disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya, to name a few. The characters always look like they are glistening in the sunlight and their skin had a healthy glow that you'd be so damn jealous of. Ren ended up looking super cute, and I kind of dig it since I don't get to see her look so moe very often.
Oh, look at her, she's so cute.
Another music group I've grown to enjoy over the years would have to be Gorillaz. When their album Demon Days first got released, I was intrigued because back in 2005, it wasn't as common to see music artists being represented by a cartoon representation. Also, it was just a really unique looking style. I still listen to them to this day. Drawing Ren in this style was really fun, and it made her look like she really didn't give a damn about what anyone thought. Lastly, to round this up, we have the tribute to Shingeki no Kyojin, or Attack on Titan. As of this recording, Season 4 has just come out, and I thought it'd be a fitting end to end off with this art style. One of the few anime I'm actually actively following. Shingeki is a huge inspiration towards my animation, if and when I did any. The dynamic shots and movements that they use as they sling themselves across the map was breathtaking to all who first saw it. The emotions depicted are so intense, and the emotional trauma from losing characters you fell in love with just... it hurts deep in your kokoro. The style uses a lot of harsh lines and shading, which honestly come together really well, and suits the whole show and direction superbly. This ended up being my top favorite of all the styles drawn here. So that's it for this video. Thank you for staying with me all the way, and I hope you've enjoyed my oh so very seldom uploads. I really do appreciate the support, even though I may be less active on YouTube than other creators, but you can catch me on my other socials linked in the description below. Support my commissions or Patreon to gain exclusive rewards and spur me onto creating videos, because with your financial support, I can do so much more. Also, a huge thank you to GAOMON for letting me review one of your amazing tablets. You guys will be happy to know that from the period from November 16th to December 31st, 2020, the M106KPRO is carrying out promotional activities, and the price has dropped from $63.99 to $49.99. And that's a nice, juicy 22% off. You can find all their links in the description below if you'd like to get one for yourself. So, till next time, adieu.